Am I the only one who's getting really sick and tired of Uchiha's using genjutsus?
Nothing is the same way anyway. Nothing is the same way. Tell me we're all gonna be okay. Would you be there if they took this city away?
Hey guys, LunarSpile27 here, bringing you Naruto chapter 636, the current Obito. So the chapter begins right where it left off. Kakashi and Obito are stabbing each other, and of course they act like they're okay. And then Kakashi's like, let's not drag this out anymore. I'm tired of this. That's the end of the genjutsu. Actually, kind of did make sense, considering Obito had a hole in his chest and he wasn't like acting like he's dying or anything. But then again, it was complete bullshit that in the previous chapter it ended in a cliffhanger of Kakashi and Obito stabbing each other in the chest, and it was all a genjutsu. So from the time that Obito had a hole carved onto his chest until now, it was all genjutsu. Am I the only one who's getting really sick and tired of genjutsus? What is it with Uchiha's using genjutsus? I mean, yeah, that's their specialties and all, but you can't just have something awesome happen in a portion of the fight only to learn that it never happened. The first half of Sasuke versus Itachi, it was all a freaking genjutsu, and how pissed off I was when that happened. Well, anyway, Kakashi then says, all that awaits you is death. And both Kakashi and Obito use hands gestures saying that they're ready to fight. I think they said that in the Sasuke and Naruto flashback. I guess considering all the things that they've been through, they still actually respect each other in order to do this, I guess. Then they finally begin with their fight. Kakashi and Obito went on to hand-to-hand combat. Obito then uses his Katon Gokakyu no Jutsu, but Kakashi dodges it. Obito uses the momentum to try to stab him with kunai, but Kakashi blocks it with his own kunai. And by the way, we keep getting flashbacks of little Kakashi and little Obito in the past having a sparring session. And each panel you had of Kakashi and Obito fighting in the past, you get a panel of Kakashi and Obito doing the exact same thing in the present. We already get it, okay? We already get it that the current Obito is not the same as the past Obito. It was already been established before. I guess Kishi just wants to add more depth into the fight, which I don't care anymore. We already got Obito's flashbacks of what happened. I just don't really get why we need to see flashbacks. I mean, we get it. Obito's different. He's changed. And then we had Kakashi inner monologuing during the flashbacks. He says, Obito, that will that drove you back then, even till this day, has stayed with me. The only thing left for me to do now is to be Naruto's shield. And then we get Obito saying his little speech, saying that you too, no, not just you, everyone will eventually, they'll become just like me. No, they won't. Not everybody's gonna end up like Obito. Thank God. And then for some reason we got like 2 flashbacks of Kakashi, Naruto, and Sakura talking about Sasuke going rogue and saying that according to protocol that they have to eliminate him. Which, okay, if they brought that up, why hasn't it ever happened? Honestly, Sasuke was officially a missing ninja ever since he abandoned the village to go to Orochimaru. Ever since he joined Akatsuki. And it was only until Danzo has been nominated to become Hokage was when Sasuke officially became a missing ninja. I mean, I don't hate Tsunade being Hokage, but the way things have happened during her rule, she's definitely not the best. I know that, I guess it's probably because she was always under the influence of Naruto, but I mean, really, what was the point of having the flashback of Naruto pre-time skip saying that he'll definitely bring back Sasuke? Why? What was the point of that? Kakashi actually gained the upper hand, kicked Obito. Obito fell into the ground. But also during that fight, we got even more panels of flashbacks. And in the flashback, it's actually kind of different in a way. I mean, Kakashi did win in the spar, and he had a kunai like near Obito's face. but Minato stops them, and then they're gonna do the seal to end the spar, which they did in the flashback. But here, in the present, they're gonna stab each other again. Obito with a rod and Kakashi with a lightning charged kunai. And of course, we got more monologuing saying that, as for me, this is all I can do right now. I'll do what I must in order to protect the old Obito. In order to protect the old Obito, he has to kill the current one. And of course, we had like a panel of Obito being compared, well, the old Obito being compared to Naruto. We already got it, okay? Look, we get it that Obito is not the same as he used to be. We also get that Naruto is similar to Obito and what he could have been if he ended up like Obito. We just don't need these flashbacks in order to like reiterate what is going on, what we already know. They stab each other, just like what we've seen in the cliffhanger from the previous chapter and from what we've seen in the very first page. So in the end, nothing much has really changed. I mean, what was the point of having the genjutsu? If you're gonna go back to like Kakashi and Obito, you could have at least had the spar first without the pointless genjutsu, and then had Kakashi and Obito stab each other right now, except at an earlier page. Even though Kakashi's been stabbed, I mean, it was only minor to him, but Obito has suffered the most amount of damage. So yeah, that's basically it of the fight. I mean, Kakashi wins, Obito loses, now has a hole in his chest. But then Obito then says, "You can have this victory, but I won't let you win the war." You won the battle, but you didn't win the war? We've heard that line many times. This is just a different way of saying it. Obito then warps away from the Kamui dimension, but then we get back to the real world with the war going on, and what do you know? Madara is sitting on his ass, and he killed the Hashirama clone with his Susanoo. He's basically going like, "His clones are barely fodder. I'm bored. I want to fight the real one." Hey, here's an idea. Why doesn't Madara, oh, I don't know, get up, go towards the real Hashirama, and fight him? Did that thought ever occur to him? I mean, he does need the Jubi in order to become the Jinchuriki, which, by the way, that doesn't make any sense because way back we saw the Jinchurikis and they're in Rinne Tensei mode, and they became Jinchurikis again with their Bijou sealed inside them, but they couldn't do that with Madara. He has to be resurrected, fully human again. That Madara senses something, and we get back to Obito, who has finally came back. He's not doing so well with that hole in his chest. Madara sensed it, of course, and he's like, "Looks like I won't be able to use him anymore. I wanted to butt heads with Hashirama before becoming a Jinchuriki, but now I have no choice in the matter." He does his hand sign, and then all of a sudden, black spikes starting to come out of his right arm. The right part of his body is being consumed by, it was like completely turning black, like black Zetsu. So I'm assuming that Obito's right side of the body is being consumed by Madara's will, since we know that Madara's will was the source of how Black Zetsu was created. I guess he actually concealed some of his will onto Obito when he healed him using the Senju DNA to revive the injured portion of his body when he was buried under the boulders. After half of his body being consumed by Madara's will, Obito thinks about Rain one last time. And then he does a hand sign, and then he starts screaming, and that's basically it. So yeah, that is Naruto chapter 636. What did I think? I just didn't see what the point is showing some of the pages. I mean, I know they're supposed to be filler, but you could have added a bit more that isn't a flashback or genjutsu. I mean, I am getting really sick and tired of genjutsus that happen in portions of fights, only for it not being real. It's a genjutsu. That's actually what happens when you fight against an Uchiha. And then in the end, the end result is basically the same thing as from the cliffhanger from 635. Kakashi and Obito stabbing each other. Only this time Kakashi wins. Obito just retreats I mean, I don't know, like, what can he possibly do at the moment? I mean, he has a hole in his chest, and now he's being manipulated by Madara, which, I know some of you guys are wondering, like, why he didn't do it earlier. It's probably because, he was too occupied trying to control the Jubi, and he really wanted to fight against Hashirama and fighting against the Allied Shinobi forces, so, he was more focused on that. Now, a lot of people are saying that, yay, Obito is dead. Not yet. We know that he's being manipulated to use the Rinne Tensei, so he's gonna sacrifice himself so he would resurrect Madara. In the end, he's being used. It's kind of sad, but I don't feel sorry for him because he had the opportunity to leave. He had the opportunity to not go along with his plan. But ever since witnessing Rinne's death, even though he specifically knew why Rinne died, he's like, fuck it. I'm going along with the Moon's Eye plan. He had one opportunity and he screwed it up because of his denial over Rinne's death. Denial over the real world. But if in the next chapter, if Obito does die, and somehow Kishimoto made me feel sorry for him, I'm gonna really be pissed because I do not want to feel sorry for Obito. I just want him to die. I just want to be satisfied that a main villain dies. Okay? Not like what he did with Danzo, alright? Although I am a bit disappointed that we won't get to see Obito's rematch with Minato. That was what I really wanted to see, but guess not. Maybe next week's chapter we'll see if Obito really does use the Rinne Tensei to resurrect Madara. He's being manipulated, so he's probably not gonna die yet. But if he does die, I will be happy, honestly, because I hate Obito. I used to like him in Kakashi Gaiden, but ever since he was revealed to be Tobi, I started to like him less and less until I officially hated him. I don't know if, like, Obito uses his own will to overcome Madara's will, and, I don't know, maybe use the Rinne Tensei to resurrect everybody he killed, but then again, that's just like the same thing Nagato did, and that would be bullshit. Because it's the freaking war, people are supposed to die. And it's kind of funny because, I mean, Obito does die. He doesn't get the top no jutsu with Kakashi or Naruto, which, by the way, finally, Kakashi, yes, you fought against the current Obito. Sure, he was still thinking about the old Obito, but he went along with it. He knew that there was no chance in redeeming him whatsoever. He's like, to hell with it, I'm gonna kill you right now. Yes, thank you, Kakashi. So overall, I thought this chapter, it was okay, but I felt like some of the pages and the panels, mostly with the genjutsu and flashbacks, completely unnecessary. Obito, is Obito, and he might die, hopefully, without him being redeemed, because what the hell was the point? How is he able to redeem himself anyway? Some of the stuff I didn't actually think was necessary, as I already said, but it was okay. I am really pissed off at Madara right now because why is he sitting? He could just go up to Hashirama and fight him. He does know that they're trying to stop the Jubi. He has to become the Jinchuriki in order for the new Moon's Eye plan to work. So why doesn't he just, do something to stop them? I know it's the freaking Jubi and all, but at least act like a real villain, not some arrogant, pompous Uchiha. That is basically it for Naruto chapter 636. Tell me, guys, what did you think about this chapter in the comment section down below? If you liked this review, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Also, I got a Facebook fan page, which I'll leave a link down below. Check it out. So that's Naruto chapter 636. I'm your Spiral 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.